Hey guys, today on the podcast we got Jesse Daley. Jesse is currently playing for the Brisbane Roar in the A-League at the moment, but he's been playing overseas for a few years now. I hope you guys do enjoy the podcast with Jesse, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. What did you want to be when you were growing up?
Growing up, I always wanted to be a professional footballer. So, to do that now, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. How would your oldest friend describe you?
How would my oldest friend describe me? He would probably describe me as a little bit mischievous, and probably pretty fun and outgoing growing up.
Yeah, nice. What are you most proud of in your life or career so far?
Probably most proud of just being a professional footballer, because that's something I always wanted to do. Probably most proud of that, but I also think it's important to be a good person, so I think pretty proud of that as well.
Yeah. How do you handle hard times like getting injured or not getting picked in the team you want to get picked in?
I think they're probably some of the most difficult and lowest times as an athlete, when you're not picked or you're obviously injured. So I think it's just all about having good people around you, being kind to yourself, and just trying to do the right things on a day-to-day basis still.
Yeah, nice. What's it like playing in the A-League?
Yeah, I think the A-League is actually a really good level. I think some people from the outside maybe don't appreciate how good it is, but I think there's some really good players. And I think you see when players from the A-League do well and they go overseas, they tend to do well as well. Not all the time, but a lot of the time they do if you establish yourself in the A-League and do really well here. So those are kind of my thoughts in the A-League.
Yeah, nice. What's the experience been like playing with the Roar?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, when I was growing up, I always wanted to play for the Roar. I used to go to Suncorp every second week for the home games and watch every game. And I did that from a really young age, probably from when I was 8 or 9 years of age. So I have a lot of fond memories, and to do it now, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have been for sure. What's the experience like playing Australian under-20s?
Yeah, it was good. It's obviously, I think, the pinnacle of any sport to play for your national team. When it came about for me, it was obviously pretty special. I was still very young, but it was an awesome thing to do in a competitive game, and something that I'll remember forever.
Yeah, nice. What was it like playing in the first?
The first 11 at school?
Yeah, at school level.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think I think school sport's unique in a way that you go to school and you obviously have your mates at school or people that you see every day, and then to play sport with them on the weekend, it's something different, and I think those are pretty special times in your life.
Yeah, nice. Have you always played in the midfield?
Yeah, I've always been a midfielder, I think. I've kind of gone between different roles, and probably dropped a bit deeper as I've gotten older. But I've always been in and around midfield, yeah.
Yeah, nice. What was your path to professional football going from a junior age to where you are now?
Sorry, can you say that one again, bud?
Yeah, all good. What was your path to professional football going from like a junior to where you are now?
Okay, gotcha. My path was, I played for my local clubs growing up. My first club was Queensland Lions, and then I had one or two other clubs. And then when I was 13, I got accepted into a program called the QAS, which is the Queensland Academy of Sport. And then from there, it was pretty much full time from there. And then I went into the Raw youth from there, and then went down to Melbourne for a little bit. Came back to the Raw, went over to Seattle for a few years in America, and now I'm back at Brisbane.
Yeah, nice. What are your goals the next couple of years in terms of football?
I think just establish myself as the best player that I can and enjoy the ride really, and yeah, push on to bigger and better things hopefully.
Yeah, nice. Who's the worst teammate to room with through your career and why?
The worst teammate to room with throughout my career, probably Alex Parsons. He's actually sitting next to me. He's driving. Very stinky room.
What's the best word to describe you right now?
The best word to describe me right now, probably, yeah. I'd say excited, and I'll elaborate on that a little bit. Excited about the future, optimistic as well. That's a good word, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are probably the two.
Yeah, nice. What advice would you give a 14-year-old kid today?
The advice I'd give a 14-year-old kid is aim high, have big dreams and ambitions, but don't look too far ahead. Just enjoy the ride you're on, enjoy being a 14-year-old, and enjoy the process of growing up. And yeah, don't look too far ahead, but you can still have big goals and ambitions, I think.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Max, thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for listening to the podcast with Jesse today. I hope you guys really enjoyed the podcast, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.